and congratulate the bride and groom, Lorraine and Ian, Mr. and Mrs. Macmillan. Congratulations. What a beautiful couple, what a beautiful ceremony, and what an awesome venue. This is so perfect. And I just, I'm so happy that we're here, family and friends, to celebrate with this beautiful, beautiful couple. I'm not being partial because I'm her godmother, but it is just beautiful, and I'm so happy for both of you. So I'm going to ask that you bow with me in a word of prayer, please. Father God, we come before you, and we're so very grateful for the love that you have created in Ian and Lorraine and this beautiful ceremony that we just witnessed. Father God, we thank you. We ask you to bless them. We ask you to shower your blessings upon them, that they will always in their life have love and laughter and friendship, and that we who are gathered here will always be here to support them. And at this time, we ask you, Father, that you will bless this meal that we're about to receive. We ask that you bless it for the nourishment of our bodies. And we ask you, Father, that you will bless this event, that the things that we do will be pleasing in your sight. Bless the hands that have prepared the food, and in Jesus' name we thank you. Amen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to all the people who are here today to make such, a wonderful marriage for my daughter. And I want to congratulate her for making that very gigantic step in life. I hope that she have a very successful marriage. I love her very much, and I hope Ian will take care of her and love her. This is something that you always have to have in a marriage. So this is my pledge to you. My pledge to you. Okay, you ready?
So, my name is Merlin Stephanie Peters, and my husband, George Curtis Peters. And the reason why I say this, because in my country, some people know me as Merlin and some people know me as Stephanie. So I wanted to make sure that I say that it's Merlin Stephanie Peters, George Curtis Peters. Okay? So, bride and bridegroom, parents of the groom, Miss Sonia Meir and Mr. Carl McMillan, my mom, Lorraine's grandma, Merle Lalit, Mr. Joel Peters' uncle, Leslie and Mario Brown, sister, my daughter, family and friends. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for coming out and celebrating this milestone with Lorraine and Ian. We appreciate all the efforts that you guys have made. I know that you traveled near and far, and with traveling far, it was costly to make this happen. So I want to thank you guys for coming out and celebrating with us. On behalf of my family, I would like to welcome the McMillan and the Meir family to our family. We're looking forward to a long-lasting relationship. We are looking forward together to mentor and support this young couple. It is very hard today for them. It's not like when we were married. It's very hard. So they're going to need all the support they can. So we are here to support you guys. Mr. McMillan and Miss Sonia Meir, you did me a favor because you guys raised a respectful, loving, handsome young man who today become my son, and I'm proud to call him my son. Ian, we love you and we look forward to great times. Number two, and babies. I'm looking forward to twins. One and done. Ian, I love the way you came into the family during COVID and put a smile on my daughter's face. A smile that I haven't seen for a very long time. I love the way you dote on her. I love the way you guys pray together. This couple prays together. I want to say I hear them. They don't think I'm hearing, but I hear them roughly maybe twice a week. I hear them praying together. She might be in the shower, and I hear them taking the time to pray together. So I hope that you guys would just continue on that path. It was so much fun to watch you guys date during COVID. Ian is such a humble, you guys did such a wonderful job. He's such a humble young man. They met during COVID, and he would come to date her, but he didn't date her alone, he dated the whole family. He came in, he would come in all masked up through the basement, go shower, change his clothes, and come upstairs on the island and date all of us. We sat around, we ate, we drank, we played Jenga, and we had a great time. And this was just a great opportunity to get to know Lorraine's husband. Okay, so 3, moving on. Okay, so to my beautiful, beautiful Lorraine. 33 years ago, I gave birth to this beautiful little girl. Is everything okay? Oh, okay. I gave birth to this beautiful little girl, Lorraine. Over the years, we cried together, we laughed together, we had good times together. And I couldn't be more happy for you, Lorraine. You're such a wonderful person. You're a kind-hearted human being. You are so thoughtful. How many of you get those beautiful Christmas cards every year? This is all Lorraine. She is that person that holds the family together. She's always reaching out to her family and looking for family. And she would come sometimes. She is the ancestry? Yes. And she would come sometimes and she would go, Mom, this person reached out to me. Do you know this person? The Salfalis from Guav, they reached out to me. And I said, yes, Lorraine, they're your cousin. And I have to go back in times. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing that she has about her. We are too busy. Leslie and I are so busy doing other things, but every year she does a calendar. So when I call Auntie Sabita, when I call you and I say happy birthday, Lorraine calls me and say, Mom, remember, today is Uncle Ronnie's birthday. Today is Auntie Sabita's birthday. So she gets on us. But Lorraine, I'm very happy for you. I am going to miss the close time, but I am happy for you. Your father and Leslie and I, we are so blessed to raise such a wonderful daughter. And we are here for you. We are here for you and Ian. And I love you. And God bless you and bless your marriage.
And good evening, everyone. I stand here representing the family and parents of Ian. And I want to start by saying welcome to all of you. And thank you, all of you who traveled far and near. It's really a wonderful event. And especially give thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Peters and the new Mr. and Mrs. McMillan for putting on such an amazing event for us all to enjoy. So I'll say I met Lorraine maybe, was it 6, 7 years ago? And actually, it was my husband who spurred this relationship on. So we live in the same community, and I had kind of settled in, and I would spend time in my home, relaxing, resting, watching tennis, and what have you. And Antonio would take strolls through the community area and through the pool, and he would go to the clubhouse, and he would see the Peters hanging out by the pool. So he would come home and he'd say, "Hon, your friends are by the pool. Why don't you go hang out with your friends?" So I took him up on it, and we fast became friends and pool hangout buddies. And I was most drawn to Lorraine. And I will say, Mr. and Mrs. Peters, you did a wonderful job raising her. I'm not sure what it was. Was it your beautiful eyes? Your amazing eyelashes? Your beautiful smile? You were dubbed Marilyn and Curtis spoiled baby child. It was obvious that you were the apple of their eye, and your sister Leslie, who took such good care of you and obviously spoils you to death. But what I loved most about you, your thoughtfulness, your kindness, your warmth, and your empathetic soul. We welcome you to our family with open arms. And now for Ian. I have known him all of his life. Starting in 1983, 3 sisters hatched a plan. It was Joan, Sonia, and Donna, who decided together they were going to make babies. And 3 boys were born in 1984 and became known as the Boys of '84. First came Ian. Sonia gave birth to beautiful baby boy Ian, the middle of April 1984. Then came Donna, who gave birth to Brandon, middle of May 1984. And then came Joan, who gave birth to Douglas, the end of July in 1984. So together they were dubbed the Boys of 1984. What I'll say about Ian is, he is very engaging, he's very thoughtful, very kind, he is persistent and protective of those he loves. He will take care of you. I know this for sure. Ian and I spend a lot of time together. We have a very special relationship. Back in California, he would call me, we would talk for hours, we would plan things out, and the opportunity came after a party at my home where I thought, they would make a beautiful couple. So what I want to say to the 2 of you is, love each other, hold each other's hands. The idiosyncrasies that you find endearing sometimes may become annoying. But that's life, right? And so what you'll find in love and in marriage is that you have to work at it. It's hard work. But with love comes the joy. So I want you to fill your hearts with love. And with hearts filled with love, God is always present because God is love. So I wish you your happily ever after, in sickness and in health, richer for poorer, and I will now dedicate a song to you. And so, Mr. DJ, it's your turn.
An introduction is not really necessary, as many of you know me. I am Leslie, Lorraine's older sister, but very younger looking sister. With a mere 16 months apart, you can say that Lorraine and I are built-in best friends. I know what you all are thinking. Our parents did not like to watch television, and fast forward to my own life, I don't like to watch TV either. Hence your beautiful flower girl and handsome ring bearer. But back to the point. Lorraine has been the co-pilot to my life. There has not been a moment where Lorraine has not witnessed, and let's back up. With the exception of writing this speech, where I have countlessly thought to myself, WTH, WLS. If you know, you all know. All right? So without my built-in best friend, I had to Google the most amazing maid of honor speech ever. I am not a rapper, as she did, so you guys are getting what you're getting now. I quickly found that what you had to do, you had to introduce yourself, check. You had to share a story, which I'm about to do, and you had to give a piece of advice and close with a toast. So if you all know me, let's get to work. All right. Lorraine, believe it or not, has been the rebel in the family. You may not believe it, as she is so poised and wise and wonderful, but she was the rebel. In the second grade, Lorraine decided to get in a little tuffle with a young man, and it led me to have to pretend to fight for her on the public school grounds. Little me running behind Lorraine, trying to fight. Mind you, I am not a fighter. I'm very scared. But I was there. Lorraine has always been a person that speaks her mind no matter what. If it's right, she's gonna tell you it's right. And if it's wrong, no matter the consequences, my sister is standing up for what is right. That is you. And in the fourth grade, once again, Lorraine decided to put her fourth grade teacher, Miss Hirsch, in her place. Miss Hirsch tried to tell Lorraine that she was obligated to clean the classroom floors. Lorraine said, no, ma'am, that is not my job. That is the custodian's job. Very taken aback by this little girl's response, she was upset. You guys can imagine. She was fuming. This New York City public school teacher was like, who in the world does this little girl think she is? So Lorraine had to hear it from Miss Hirsch, and it led to my mama having to come up and fight for her rights, because she should not be obligated to clean anybody's floor. In the high school years, Lorraine nearly gave me a heart attack, guys. I hope you guys are ready for this. I was away at school, Mount St. Mary College, hours away, trying to get my life together. I get a phone call. Lorraine has opened up her mouth again, speaking up for what is right, and obviously she needed to go to mediation. So I get this phone call. It says, Leslie, Lorraine is about to be jumped after school. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if you can come, but she's about to get jumped. So for those of you that don't know, non-New Yorkers, jumping means that she's about to be pummeled by a group of New York City high school kids. Obviously worried, what happens? I said to myself, who can I call? So I decided to call my cousin Arthur. My cousin Arthur, not so smartly, decided that he was going to call all 6 of our boy cousins. Our boy cousins on my mom's side are the only cousins that we have on my mom's side. So Lorraine and I are the only girls. So obviously, you know, there's that natural protective vibe. So follow me along. You guys can imagine we have a New York City, just for effect, imagine a New York City brownstone. It's not a brownstone. But imagine the sea of stairs and my 6 boy cousins sitting on the stairs ready to defend the honor of my fierce and loud mouth and brutally honest young sister. That came to a close. I thought, 12th grade, we wrapped it up. We are done. We're not getting any more tuffles. She's about to graduate. We're done. Nope. Lorraine decided that she was going to open up her mouth and put Miss Nair in her place. She said, Miss Nair came in on the wrong side of the parking lot. Imagine there was a parking lot here. The teacher decides to go in on the wrong side of the street, and she was pissed off that Lorraine got a parking spot before her because she was supposed to report to work. So Lorraine said to this teacher, well, obviously you can't drive because you did not come in on the right side of the road. Again, very upset about it. She was taken aback. This little girl, how dare she open up her mouth and say something? But what Lorraine has always done is she has always said what is right, irrespective of what is considered respectful. She's always been that person. She speaks her mind. Now, as Shakespeare has so eloquently quoted, though she be little, she is, anybody know it? Fierce, and that is my sister. Lorraine, you epitomize a woman of integrity, distinction, and you're everything. I'm so proud of you. From the day you came into this world, you have been determined to say what is right, irrespective of the consequences. And Ian, I am so happy how well you compliment her and you understand her. Even though she has mellowed out quite a bit now, she is still fierce. And I turn my attention to you now. You are the person, other than my husband, that I have dated. Because during COVID, we all dated. It was Mrs. Peters' house, my mom, my house, or your house. That was all. So I got to know you in a short span of time very quickly. And I must say that you, just like everyone else has said, are doting to my sister. You understand her. You compliment her. You are kind. And you have integrity, which are 2 amazing things that she cherishes above all else. Lorraine, you need to keep that fierceness no matter what. As Althea has said, marriage is work. It's not going to be easy. You have to wake up with your partner every single day and decide that you are going to work for your marriage. And you do the work because you're fierce. Irrespective of how hard it is, you're going to say and do what is right. And I am certain that you guys are going to stand the test of time. You're an amazing couple. I love you to death. Please raise your glasses to my fierce sister and her knight in shining armor. Congratulations. I love you both. I love you yesterday, I love you today, and I love you tomorrow.
My name is Mikael Wagner. I met Mr. McMillan maybe about 17, 18 years ago when we were in college in California. You know what? I am so happy that he was able to find such a lovely young woman like you, Lorraine. I actually came up here and I prepared a different speech, but when I just looked at both of you sitting here, I just had to say that right off the back. You know, I have learned so many important life lessons from you, Ian. My little buddy from the Bronx, like the proper Timberlands to wear, and the meaning of words like brolic. And you've always been there for me every single time I have ever asked you. And Lorraine, I know my boy will be there for you with all his heart and soul. And I just want everybody to raise their glasses and give a toast to the McMillans. I know you guys are going to have a great family. You're going to have long prosperity, and I love you. And I got a gift for you. 1 second. Just had to go and pick up something real fast. This symbolizes prosperity, health, and wealth.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can do better than that. Big round of applause for our best man.
So, those of you that know me, I'm not much of a public speaker, so I have a couple coping mechanisms. One of them is my new wife next to me. Other one was the drink on my table. So firstly, just like everybody said earlier, I want to thank all the friends and family for joining us tonight, especially those of you that traveled the far distances to be here. I know we have folks that came across the entire country to be here tonight with us. We have folks that came from outside the country to be here with us. We have folks here from California, from Canada, from Jamaica, from Grenada. I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming in, joining in this celebration with us tonight. So I'll give you a round of applause for that. So I'd also like to thank those of you who contributed to the event this evening. We couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys are a vital part of this event. Just to name a few, Auntie Althea, Aunt Donna, Miss Desiree, and of course the matron of honor, Ciao Bella, AKA Leslie. I'm gonna get around to that. Just a quick story. Shortly after I proposed to Lorraine in December, and I went to her room, I saw a note on her desk, on her table, and it was from her sister, Leslie. And when I saw this note, I'm gonna give you guys the PG-13 version of it, but it said to her sister, let's plan the sugar, honey, iced tea out of this wedding. And I just wanna say, Leslie, well done. You planned the sugar, honey, iced tea out of this wedding. And I also want to thank each and every bridesmaid that was here this evening as well, especially for convincing Lorraine to go through with this event today. I really appreciate that. It wouldn't have been the same without you. And my best man, Mikkel, is going to wire the appropriate sums of money in your account by the end of tonight. Thank you. So I also want to thank my wife's parents, especially for welcoming me into their family and embracing me with unconditional love since the moment I met them. In a short amount of time, I felt like I was a strong part of their family. Some of you might not know this, but you probably heard it being alluded to earlier. Allegedly, Lorraine and I were dating during the whole COVID lockdown, right? In New York, where they were really strict. So we weren't supposed to go to hospitals and to go food shopping. I went to Lorraine's house. And it was kind of a unique dating situation because, like Ms. Peters said earlier, I was dating the whole family. It was us in the kitchen and our first few dates, right? So the thing about it being different for me, every time I showed up to date Lorraine, I was greeted almost every time with ackee and saltfish, bakes, oiled down, rice, butter, and saltfish, roasted pork, curry goat, rice and peas, and many more dishes. So this was by far the best dating experience I ever had. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Peters, for all you have done, especially leading up to this event. Tonight would not have been the same without you guys. You guys did a lot for what we have going on here tonight. Thank you guys so much. It's been an incredible day. And I also want to thank you for raising a beautiful daughter inside and out. I promise to always love her, protect her, be there for her. But tonight's not about Lorraine. I'm just kidding. I'd also like to thank my parents. Some of you might not know this as well as Lorraine, but I have quite a few parents. I have Mama Sonia, who's my partner in crime since birth, AKA day one. I have my cousin Althea, my auntie Althea, AKA mentor. I have my work mom, Miss Jean Bailey, as well. And I also want to thank my dad. And I want to thank my stepdad as well for shaping me to the person I am today, that everybody says how wonderful I am, which I'm going to wire the money into your accounts as well. Thank you. But however, I want to give a special thanks to my mother and Auntie Althea. You guys heard about this already. They fabricated an elaborate scheme back in 2019. If you hadn't heard, my mother and Auntie Althea had me fly from California to New York in February of 2020 in order to set Lorraine and I up on a blind date we had no idea we were on. It was a secret blind date. And I guess you could see by tonight, the rest is history. So, Mom, Auntie Althea, Miss Peters, your elaborate scheme worked. Well done, mission accomplished. Thank you guys. I also want to thank my groomsmen, Jonathan and Dr. Sean. Man, time flies. I'm so proud of you guys. I remember you guys in diapers, and now you're the groomsmen at my wedding. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for being here tonight. Oh, yeah, where's Dr. Sean? There we go. So Dr. Sean, just as anybody's wondering, he doesn't have a +1, so I think he's single. I don't know. He's sitting over there. Giovanni, my boy, not many people in life are lucky enough to share a friendship as long as we have. I've known you since grammar school. We go way back, and I appreciate you coming down here today and celebrating with us. Thank you so much. There we go. And it's Giovanni. But if you've known him for 23 years, you can say Giovanni. Mike, Christian, man, how long it's been, guys? We're going on 2 decades now, plus, right? The adventures we've been through, I don't think I've talked to or spent more time with anybody outside of you guys in my entire life. Like, I couldn't ask for better business partners than friends. You guys are like family to me, brothers from another mother. I appreciate you guys coming from across the country to celebrate with us tonight. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you. And I also want to give thanks to Roger and Khalid, my brothers from another mother, pun intended, Auntie Bev, Aunt Francia, my other mothers right here. I don't know how God could have blessed me with any better siblings. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I just want to say, my big brother, Roger, thank you for leading by example. Over the last 20 years, watching your household grow and observing your family dynamics firsthand has been a major influence on my life. I always tell myself, this is what I want to replicate in my own household. If I had to compare the closest example to The Cosby Show, it'll be you. If they did a remake, they should call it The Macmillan Show. Khalid, my youngest brother, 8 months and 12 days, brother, you're next. I'll see you up here. Congratulations. Another McMillan's about to join the team. T-minus 8 months and 12 days. I'm so proud of you. I remember you in diapers as well. And now I get to brag that my younger brother has graduated from MIT with his master's. Congratulations. And last but not least, Mikkel, my best man, I'm truly thankful for your friendship. And not because you're the jeweler that customized my wife's wedding ring and engagement ring and any other jewelries we have, but I truly appreciate your advice, your rationale, your calmness, and you're one of the most genuine people I know. Thank you for being out here for us to celebrate this day. Thank you. And to the most important person today, my wife, Lorraine McMillan. And today is about you, by the way, just so you know. Now, I'm sure everyone agrees my wife looks absolutely exquisite. Yes? I really couldn't ask for a better woman. If I did, she'd probably kill me. Just kidding. Lorraine put a lot of effort in today. And I want everyone to help me congratulate her in doing a job well done. Thank you. So I'm gonna turn the mic to you now. So, Lorraine, on this day, sugar, I vow in front of our friends and family to shower you with unconditional love. My mission to you is to ensure you always know how beautiful you are, how lovely and bright your smile is, and I'll always try to have you wearing it. Just like I told you on December 4th, 2021, in the center of the Rockefeller ice skating ring, in front of thousands of people and your family, I know you make a great wife and even better mother. I look forward to starting a family with you and growing old together. I love you.
You think he winged it, or he had things written down? But first and foremost, I'm sorry if I'm giving anybody my back. I'm sorry. I want to just thank God. There have been many days, many nights, many times in the car, in the shower. That's when I have my quiet time, where I prayed to God for a man that would, like Leslie said, understand me, understand our family dynamic, and would be so patient and loving and fit in so well in my life. So I thank God so much for bringing Ian into my life. Love you, baby. I want to take the time, I'm not going to go as long as Ian, but I want to take the time to recognize two people who have been a major influence in my life, my mom and dad. Can you guys stand up really quick, please? So we take it for granted that you grow up in a household, and well, Leslie and I can attest to that. We've taken it for granted that we grow up in a household, two parents giving us the world. I don't even know how to put it into words. I appreciate you guys so much. The life that you've given to me and Leslie has been nothing short of a dream. I appreciate it so much. You guys, my immigrant parents came here from Grenada with nothing. I remember my dad always said he came here with X amount of money in his wallet, and they've made such a beautiful life, and they've left such a beautiful legacy for Leslie and I to follow. So I thank you guys so much for giving me security at night in the house, for giving me the self-esteem and the confidence to become the woman that I am today, and for just loving me and allowing this loudmouth child to be who she is. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Job well done. Job well done. To my ride or die, stand up. You put me on the spot. For those of you who have siblings in this room, you know what it's like to have a sibling. There are certain boundaries that you cannot cross with your parents. Gotta have that respect, right? There's certain boundaries you can't cross with a spouse or a partner. There's certain boundaries with coworkers, whatever. With a sibling, they see it all hanging out. I am so grateful that I've had that. I always say, maybe I'll just have one child, but then I look at our dynamic and I want that for my children, and I'm so happy that I had that in you. I'm so happy that I had the protector. All of my friends from Jamaica High School are the older siblings, and I've gravitated towards that because of you, having you as an older sibling, Leslie, having a protector. And if there were fights in the hallway, Andrina, Tomati, Nick, they were pulling me to the side of the hallway because they were protecting me. I love you guys. So Leslie, thank you. I will continue to try to protect you as well. I love you. Thank you for everything. I don't know where Mario, Marley, and Lukey are. That's my sister's husband and her 2 kids. Mario has went above and beyond for, oh, you look, you're right there, gosh, Lord Jesus. I promise you I'm not drinking that much. You went above and beyond for this wedding. Ian came in on Wednesday, and Mr. Muscles has been doing all the heavy lifting over there. So thank you so much. Thank you to our beautiful flower girl and our little spit up ring bearer. I love him. So I got there. I want to turn my attention to my new in-laws. I have never felt so accepted in a family. I've never seen a bad face from anybody. McMillan, Mayor, Maloney. I'm calling names, I'm done. But you guys really just embraced me and showed me so much warmth coming to meet you guys during the weird times, during the COVID, coming into houses, washing hands. Thank you so much for welcoming me, and I promise, I see that Ian is the golden child in this family. Everybody loves him. I promise to take care of him. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna turn over here really quick to our beautiful groomsmen and bridesmaid. Did you guys see the turn up dance they give us? Yes? Thank you guys for being in my corner. Every single person, my Jamaica High School girls, Andrina, Tomati, my friend from first grade, Michaela, my little cousin, Kalima, my older cousin, the Blueprint, Simone, my big sister, Charisse, my little sister, China. I hope I didn't forget anybody. Thank you guys so much for making today possible. I love you guys. I can only see Andrina, so I'm focusing on you. Bring the love in there, okay? Thank you guys so much. I have something special prepared for my groom. So I'm not gonna speak at him. I'm gonna let them set it up, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you, baby.